Hi, I'm going to be doing I'm going to be talking about, a quick talk through over the whole thing that I've done for D8. Um, so basically I'm going to be doing a evaluation, because for week 9 I've done like how, I wrote on my website, I said how would this give me an opportunity to help me in the future, like with the plan and like the work I've done and achieved over the 9 weeks. So basically, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go through over the 9 weeks, just quick through of what I've done basically. Um, so like here. So here, my aim to choose and develop my skill is using plugins and creating synths. So that was my first plan. So that I'd done that for about 5 weeks or 4 weeks. I'm not too sure. And I will, incorporate the knowledge of the music theory during this development plan overall to become a better producer and basically songwriter. Um, so here's my plan. This is what I started with for D8, like a brief plan. And then for week 1, I I I I basically done I did some research, a lot of research on YouTube how to make a classic, deep house using Logic plugins. And what I've done is I've basically done like a little synth thing, and I put it on the D8, like an MP3 there, and then so I could show you actually. So I'll put it on preview now. So this is what I started with. Should play. So like that's like as the synth. So I was just messing about with the ES2 because at that time I didn't really know how to use it, but after watching that video it really helped me a lot. And then after that I made a new plan for like what I was gonna do. So for week 2 I just I just continued doing what I was doing. So I basically made like a little like a track really like a so I'll put it on now. So that's what I've done. So like using the ES2 synth, like making my own sound and stuff. And I thought that sounded really good to be fair. And then I think I carried on doing the same thing. So for the 3rd week progress of what my aim was is what I've achieved this week. So for this week I've done the ES2 on Logic, and then I will be doing, so I've made another synth with it for like a different genre. And I also been doing more research on like free plugins. Because the plugin that I really want was the Serum, but it's like £200. And it's just a bit, I can't really afford it at this moment, but I will, get it in the future hopefully. But like I've applied for that there and I didn't get an email back. I found that one there, which, I should have purchased it because it was free, but I wasn't sure it'd be any good. So what I've done was I made another synth, and then I think I made another one as well. So I made two synths on week 3, like 2 different synth. Like again on the ES2 again. Like now I feel a lot more comfortable using ES2. And then that's my end of week 3 review. So for week 4, I did some research on the Serum. So like you say there, so I could pay £99 for 12 months. So I mean that's not bad. For like pay it monthly, so it's not as bad. I've done some research on YouTube of like how to use, Serum, just to get a bit of knowledge from it. And then I made another synth, a different synth. So every week I've just been making new synths really. But yeah, I need to put I'm gonna put an MP3 for like each different one. I forgot to do that, so I'll be, that would be my target for this week, basically, to get that on there. So then I did a midway. So yeah, for week 5, I did a D8 midway review, talking with Alex, which helped me a lot because I was, I've gone a bit off track a bit with my plan. So like after having my review point, I've got, slightly off track. So now I've refined my goal. I'm going to focus on developing my writing ability. So that's like, so I decided to make a new plan on like, I just wanted to get better, at like making, I want to learn music theory basically. So like I want to get better with my music theory and chord progression and like working with a few synths. But yeah. Oh yeah, I need to get rid of that. But yeah, so I made a new plan here, that I've wrote here. So like, because I felt like I needed to do something new and like something that would benefit me as well, like for now, like present and future. Because as a me, I'm not a piano player, and I've always wanted to learn piano, but like I wanted to learn something specific, which was chords, So I wanted to learn. Oh yeah, I think I made another synth here. Which I thought was quite cool. It's a bit like groovy, it's a bit, yeah. So yeah, so I've been doing a lot of research on musictheory.net. Helped me a lot. So like for week 5, so I've done, I made a chord piece learning from the website, C major chord. So as you can see, I'm progressing already. Like, so like now I thought I'd change it up a bit. So that's what I've done there. And I thought, why not, change it up a bit, because I'm really into dance music. So like I love making dance. So which I really like this one. I think I want to make a full track with this chord. See, like this is why I want to do learn chords, because it will start me off like easy, to make a new song. Like start with a chord, it will help me develop, so much more easier and quicker. So that's my end of week 5 review. So for week 6, I thought I'd add some, I don't know, some house beat to it, like some beat to that chord that I've done for week 5. Oh no, that's still the chord, I got it wrong. But this will be with the drums. Yeah, I think that sounds really good as well. So I definitely want to make that like a full track, hopefully for D9, but I'm not too sure what we're fully doing for D9, but yeah. So then for week 6, I carried on, researching more for music theory. So I've done I'd researched on the 7th chords. It was a bit tricky. I've done it with the drums, but I don't really like it with the drums. Got the BPM on there just to make sure I'm on time, which I thought sounded really cool. That's my end of week 6. So then I had a review talk with Step on here, and did like the checklist thing. So the 2 thing that wasn't ticked off was I have set myself further action points from this. I have used further examples to justify my decision. So basically, I have to set myself more targets and explain further on what I've done, like making a decision on what I need to do and stuff like that. So for week 7, I did them two thing there. I have done that to be like my, goal of like targets to do for over the week, 2-3 weeks. So my target for week 7 is to carry on doing research with music theory. However, I want to progress my piano and get better producing chords. As it's not my first instrument, I want to develop this further, as I believe you can see the theory when performing on piano. So like, I'm showing a lot of progress already, before I couldn't really do any of it. And that's like an example there. C major chords consists of C, E, and G. These can be played on piano using spacing, music clear memory, and are played in order that rather than like guitar, which depending on the inversion chords, usually played with a tonic fifth and then the third. That's a good example that I've learned, which is really important. So then I made another chord progress here. So I thought I'd just, do random chords. So I'd done C major, but just add a bit of a melody on top, like there, which sounded really good. And then I wanted to progress this further. And I just thought, oh, why not do a different genre? Because I've always been doing dance. So then I thought, oh, why not add a flute, something different? And I thought it sounded really good. Which I thought sounded really cool. So like that could be like an intro for something. And then I could develop that. So I think that's what I'm going to be doing. So after, my target is to add drums and stuff to this. So I thought I'd add some drums to that piece. But I'm not too sure about the drums. It's not the best, but I just didn't know what to do. Yeah, I could do so much better than that. That's not good, really. But, at least I've, done my target that I set, myself to do. That's my end of week 7 review. So week 8, I did another one-to-one meeting with Alex talking about D8, hearing his opinion. So I decided to do some research on scales because Alex said for me to, get better at piano and like, at chords especially. He said I should definitely, research more on music scales because if I don't learn the scales, I wouldn't be able to play. So plan that Alex wrote for me. So plan 9 week. So basically, this is what I'm doing now. So this video, I'm just doing an evaluation on what I've done for over the 9 weeks. So like the opportunity that would give me future career, or like a 30-second track, which I've been doing, over the past few weeks. So here's, I've done some more research on the scale. So tonic, so here, so like the first note, so here's a video of me doing an 8 note scale with my, like, if you can see on the video there. So so tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. So semitone is a major scale, tone is a minor scale. So I've done some more research on that, which helped me a lot. So here's me doing the semitone tone thing on the MIDI keyboard. And then I've also done some research on the cycle of fifth. I've learned quite a lot on that, but I'm still not fully confident with it still. But at least I know some knowledge about it. I know what, as it's really confusing, complicated. But yeah, But it's really useful though, the Psycho 5th. It will, it will help me a lot, in the future, if because I want to fully learn this, like maybe I'm like 50% to it. I want to get to like 100. But there's another video that was really helpful as well. That's my end of week 8 review. And for week 9, I've just basically researched on basic chords for beginners. Just for me to mess around and, so then it will help me memorize it, like what I should do, what will help me, produce, basically. And here's a fact that I've learned. So major scale is a 4/3, so that's an easy way to remember. So I've got 2 videos there of me doing like how to, so that's basic as chord there, C major, and then that's minor scale, C minor. So that's a quick way to remember for chords. So yeah, so how will this give me an opportunity and help me in the future is, this will give me a future to, learn new things in music, such as like become a, better producing, writing music. So I set my plan to get better at making synth, using plugins. As before, I did not know how to use that at all, but now I do, and I'm glad that I've done that. But I felt like, I had to do something new. So like by week 5, I felt like I need to try something new. So I thought, why not learn, music theory better, because I've never really learned music theory. Like better using chords to help me produce, in the present and future. So basically, my goal is to like get better piano, basically, as I don't know how to play. It's difficult to write music and produce such as chords. So I set myself a new plan. My target is to, learn chords and music theory, as I'm not really into, as I'm really into dance and house. Using chords will help me a lot producing, but not that genre. But it will help me write and produce with any genre of music, basically, not just dance. However, for me to do that is, to learn the basics of music theory, and doing a lot of research it was really complicated. It was quite hard for me to get my head around it at the start, but like right now I feel a lot more confident with the knowledge of music theory. But yeah, so this is my, I'm done now, basically. I finished it. So this is my evaluation video so me talking about everything I've done on the video for the past 9 weeks, about the whole project, how it went and what I've achieved, what, how it'll benefit me in the future and opportunities. So yeah, so that's it really. I mean, I said I was going to do a short video, but end up, nearly a 20-minute video, but that's fine. It's good, really. But so yeah, that's it really. That's my evaluation video for the whole project for D8. So yeah, that's it really.